When I started my business, I didn't have a clear definition of what success meant to me. I didn't know what a successful vision. I didn't have that picture of what it meant when my business was successful. I knew that I wanted to escape my corporate job, but as we know, knowing what you want to leave doesn't really give you a good destination or much guidance of where you want to be. I'm Raejean with Social Media Snapshots, and after working my side hustle for a few years, I finally left my corporate job in October of 2019. Great timing, right? So, but I learned so much along my journey. In this video, we're going to discuss the 4 steps to a business map. So, the first step is getting very clear on what success looks like to you. Involve as many senses as you can. For me, it's regular trips to my cabin in the mountains. No, I don't have a cabin in the mountains yet, but that is my success vision. It is so clear. I'm waking up to the sound of the breeze blowing in the trees through those branches. I'm smelling that pine tree as I go on morning hikes. I feel the sunshine on my face. And then I come back and I enjoy a delicious Italian omelet on the wraparound deck overlooking the beautiful valley below. So that's a very vivid image of what success looks like to me. When I have a successful business, I will be able to, number 1, have a cabin in the woods, and number 2, be able to actually have time to enjoy it. So that is part of my success vision. So I'm guessing your vision is probably a little different, but I want you to make it just as vivid and hit as many of those as your senses that you can. And then the next step is, now that you have that success vision, you have that vision of what you want what your life looks like, and can't speak that. You want that vision of what your business supports. So now that you have that vision, it's time to translate it to a number. So what kind of revenue goal will support that success vision? Is it a 6-figure business, a 7-figure business? Maybe you're just excited to get to just a 5-figure business. It doesn't matter if your goal is to make your first $1,000 or to make $10 million. But having a goal and having a very specific image of what that revenue goal is supporting, what's the lifestyle that revenue goal is supporting, is incredibly important. So just like your vision success is different, or your success vision is different than mine, than everybody else's, your revenue goal is probably going to be different too. It's not, we all seem so common, oh, $1 million business or a 6-figure business, and I think it's easy to say. But if your goal is $57,493, awesome, that's your goal, own it, and that is the number that you're working towards. And then, the $1 million map, that just sounds fun. So $1 million is just kind of one of those easy numbers to say that a lot of people shoot as their goal. It's a nice benchmark, but we can have several benchmarks. So maybe you're starting off with a benchmark of 40,000 or 50,000 or 100,000, whatever that benchmark is cool. And then you can always come back and adjust as you grow. So before we go to step 3, drop in the comments, how many figures does your business, what's your success vision? Is it a 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure? I don't know how many figures is realistic. I was told that there's a limit, that there's only so much money in the world. But what's that figure for you? What's your goal of your successful business that will support that lifestyle that you are working towards? So go ahead and drop that in the comments. And then we're going to go on to step number 3. So step number 3 is to look at your best-selling products, and you start calculating how many of them you need to make that goal. Now, it works for me to break it down to a monthly thing. It's a monthly number is a little easier, and just, I don't know, it's easier to work in little small chunks and then put the big picture together. But you can start, calculating how many you need to sell, and you can compare that to how many you're selling right now in an average month. And this is giving you your baseline. This is telling you where you're at right now. This is your point A that you're starting from, because if you don't know where you are, it's just as hard to get where you want to go as if you don't know where you want to go, right? You have to know both points. So that's a very important part of the process. A lot of us go, oh, I just want to get there. Well, that's nice, but where are you? You have to know where you are. So before we go to the last step, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and we're going to go on to the fourth step. So the fourth step is looking at that growth that you need. So we know where we are, we know where we want to be. Now we're going to look at the gap between the two. And we need to really figure, this is where the fun stuff is. To me, this is like you've laid the foundation. Now it's coming to plotting. If you look at a map, you like, okay, I'm in Phoenix. I'm going to go hang out with Julie in Florida, and I have my 2 destinations. But now's the time to get down and pull out the map and see, okay, I'm going to go on this highway through this town. I'm going to stop here for lunch. I'm going to stop here to spend the night. I'm going to stop here. You know, it's a road trip. I got to stop here and got to go look at something cool on the way. I don't even know what's cool on the way, but you know, there's something cool. I'm going to hang out in New Orleans for a day and do something. I don't know. So, but this is where to me, that's the fun part. It's like, okay, how do I get from point A to point B? So in your business, it's looking at your production capability. You know, okay, so if this is how many bars of soap I need to sell to get to my goal, how many bars of soap can I actually make in a month? Is that realistic? What else can I do? And start looking for other avenues. Is there, you know, other ways to get from point A to point B? And then, or how much more advertising I can, capacity is fine. I can make all the bars of soap that I need. It's more the marketing, the advertising. You know, what do I need to do differently there? And you can, you know, take where you're at and where you want to go, and you can backwards engineer those marketing numbers. You know, do I need to run ads? Do I need to, you know, what do I need to do differently to get seen in front of more people? And you know, so when you're, and then you can also look at, okay, great, I can do the ads, I have the production capability, but what I don't have enough of is like, okay, I get all these orders in, I don't have time to do the production and do all the shipping. So do I need to start bringing on staff? Do I need to start bringing in assistants? And what kind of help am I going to need to support me, to support the business? What does the business need staffing wise to be able to be at that level to support my success vision? So I have that successful dream company that I'm working towards. So this step is the step that really looks at that big picture. Like I said, we're overlooking the whole map of the United States. We're trying to get from Arizona to Florida, and you know, we're looking at the big picture of how to get there. And when you're looking at the big picture, sometimes when you step back, you can kind of go, oh, there is a trouble spot right here. I totally didn't see that, but now that I'm looking at this big picture, I can, and now I can start putting those creative juices to work and working out a solution. It's sometimes easier to see the blocks or the breaks in the pathway. Oh, you know, oh, this road is a dead end. I need to find a different way. So when we can see the big picture, it's easier to see those points sometimes. And this part, you know, sometimes it's hard to accomplish this on your own. You know, you're so used to those roads that you don't notice that, you know, there's a faster route, or that, you know, that this part's really rough and you're making it harder than it needs to be. So by joining with other people, that's where you can really get the best view. Or you can be, you know, I can talk to somebody who lives in New Orleans and, oh, if you're going to New Orleans, you need to stop at this place because this is the best path to go, this is the best restaurant to eat at, or this is the way that's going to make your trip the most enjoyable. So you got to stop there. So that's why I created the $1 Million Map, is to give you the framework to put it together. And we're having a workshop tomorrow so that you can work with a small group to brainstorm and, get it all down on paper, but you're not just stuck in your own head. You can actually get advice from somebody who lives in New Orleans or Texas or somewhere else along the way, and they can point out some things that you didn't know or you missed, and help you get a better path from your map, from your point A to your point B. So I would love to have you join us. I'll drop the link in the comments below, and we will be having that tomorrow. The workshop is going to happen all in Zoom, so when you click that link, you'll be getting the tools that you need, the actual map, and the tools that you need, the resources, and then you'll also get the link to the Zoom call so that you can jump in and join us. It's all face-to-face. It's a small group setting, very much a mastermind setting, to where you can get in there and brainstorm and make that magic happen. So click that link below, and I will see you on the inside. Bye.